The rising importance of China's economy cannot be ignored. Recently, a global investigation conducted by CGTN and multiple think tanks has shown that over 78% of global interviewees are convinced that the Chinese economy is now an important economic engine for the world. Indeed, after economic reforms that has been conducted for over 4 decades, the Chinese economy is now the world's second largest in terms of the real gross domestic product and is playing a very important part in many aspects of the world economy. According to National Bureau of Statistics, China's total GDP was 368 billion in 1978 when economic reform started. In the year of 2021, the total GDP reached 114.37 trillion yuan, or 311 times of the level in 1978. According to World Bank data, in 2021, the total global GDP was $96.1 trillion. In the same year, China's total GDP was $17.7 trillion, or 18.4% of that of the world. A comparison between the GDP of China and the USA can show us how significant Chinese economic development has been in the past 4 decades. According to the World Bank, in 1978, China's total GDP was $149.5 billion, while in the same year, the GDP of the US was $2.35 trillion, which means China's total GDP was 6.4% of the US. In the year of 2021, after over 4 decades of economic reforms, China's total GDP reached 17.7 trillion. Meanwhile, the total GDP of the United reached 23 trillion. China's total GDP is now 77% of that of the United States. Moreover, since this calculation conducted by the World Bank has used the gauge of the international currency, then the real GDP, as calculated by using local purchasing power, can mean that China's economy weighs more than in its share in the global economy. The growing importance of China's GDP can be felt in many industries. For example, the electric vehicle industry, of which the country is now leading globally. According to International Energy Agency data in 2021, 3.5 million EVs have been sold in China, while only 0.163 million EVs were sold in the US, 0.7 million in Germany, and 0.3 million in France, respectively. With a massive market for EVs, China is now capable of leading the global EV market. The Chinese EV industry can now benefit from economies of scale, where large production volumes can make China's electric cars cheaper than ever. Meanwhile, the large EV network that has been set up by millions of cars is now enabling China to conduct the industrial strategy that cannot be conducted with only a small amount of EVs. such as the national provision of battery switch for electric vehicles. This can significantly reduce the time of recharging the EVs. In the high-speed railroad sector, China is also leading globally. According to the NBS, China's total length of high-speed railroad is now taking up around 17% of the total length in the world. The high-speed train can usually travel at a speed between 300 to 400 kilometers per hour. For trips below 1,000 kilometers, it is usually believed that the high-speed train has an advantage when compared with the aircraft, because the high-speed train takes less time taking off, landing, and conducting safety checks, and so on. Furthermore, the high-speed train is also more cost-friendly, as it relies much less on crude or electricity power for high-speed trains, and China is now taking a leading position globally for electricity produced through new energy means. Alongside the growing economy, China has been able to contain its inflation in a very moderate rate in the global inflation environment nowadays. This is crucial for helping the world economy break down overall prices. China's latest consumer price index growth rate in July was 2.7% year-on-year. This is much lower than the inflationary level that it now persisting in many major economies around the world. China's financial sector is now also becoming more closely connected to the global financial market. Recently, 4 Chinese companies have issued their global depository receipts in Switzerland. The Chinese mainland and Hong Kong connection program is now enabling global investors to invest in most of China's public companies, and many investments have brought tremendous returns. China's fixed income market is now also opening to the global investor, with the high yields offered by Chinese bond issues. Global investors can now find multiple carry trading opportunities in this market, that is, by shorting the bonds in other markets that have lower yield and going now on the bonds in China that have higher yields. Investors can find a profit yield by carrying the trade over. Overall, the Chinese economy is now becoming increasingly important in the world, and the Chinese market is opening even wider to the global market. There is no reason for global investors and businessmen to ignore this market.